Good morning, everyone. So because I have been teaching IELTS speaking for the whole summer, I will talk a little bit about the IELTS exam today. What to expect, how you are marked, and maybe some ways we can get the band score that we would like to get. So for the IELTS test, we are marked with 4 different categories. So number 1, this is fluency and coherency. Number 2, lexical resources. Number 3, grammatical range and accuracy. And then number 4 is all about the pronunciation. So number 1, fluency and coherency. Fluency just means, are you able to continuously speak without stopping, without hesitation? And then the coherency just means, can the examiner understand what you are trying to say? Number 2, these are lexical resources. So basically this just means, what is the vocabulary that you are using? Are you using just the basic, easy vocabulary that everybody already knows? Or are you using some advanced vocabulary words? For example, instead of just saying happy, we can use the words thrilled, ecstatic, exciting instead. So to get a high score in lexical resources, you need to be using advanced vocabulary with a mix of our idioms and expressions. So this proves that you know a range of different vocabulary, how to use them properly depending on the topic that you're asked. Number 3, we have our grammatical range and accuracy. So this has to just do with our grammar use. So a lot of students, they will mix up the different grammar tenses that we have, and this will give them a low score. So we want to make sure if you are talking in the present, you are using the present tense. Same with past, future, present perfect, so on and so on. We have many different tenses to use. I went over how to use all of them in a previous video that I posted about grammar. And then lastly, number 4, we have our pronunciation. So I think this is what students struggle with the most, because the pronunciation is very difficult to learn and it takes a lot of practice to master. However, if you are speaking and your pronunciation is not so good, the examiner cannot really understand what you are trying to say. Then the pronunciation score obviously will not be so high. So you have to try to master pronunciation as much as possible to sound as much like a native speaker as you can. So those are the 4 main categories that you will be tested on when you take the IELTS exam. And these are the most important things to keep in mind. The fluency, can you continuously speak without stopping? Coherency, are you understandable to the examiner? The grammar has a huge impact. We need to know how to use our grammar tenses properly, using advanced vocabulary where we can, instead of just using the basic common vocabulary words, and the pronunciation. So keep in mind these 4 things the next time you are studying for the IELTS.